2 laptops in there. You're live.
Oh, well, I don't know how to get any closer to you. And it's very dark. I thought we were going to try scooting back a little bit. No? Are we going to try that?
It's not that it's dark to them. It's dark on our screen.
Mm-hmm. Alan got new chairs so we could sit closer, but I don't know that it's necessarily making us closer.
What's the problem?
I'm trying to get closer to you.
Then put this straight.
But then my knees
and
are...
I can do this straight.
Well, I think I'd rather sit more angled like that. That makes it better.
Okay.
Right?
Whatever you want to do.
Side by side, we're not... I don't know.
The other way to do that is to scoot this back. So you got a wider lens, so then you don't have to sit so close,
Okay. Try that. All right. Hello, everybody.
Kelly has all day been complaining of shortness of breath. She feels like she's going to pass out.
I haven't.
Now she thinks she has a bug.
I'm wondering.
I think she hasn't eaten enough calories. And I've been on her about even if you're on a diet, you gotta eat enough calories.
That's his thing. But now I think I ate too much tonight. Now I feel kind of from eating too much tonight. But it's all right. You ready to get going?
Yeah. Hold on.
We just need another minute here to get ready. And we're going to get going. Thank you all for being here. Keeping Up with the Kardashians started tonight, but I hit record. I think I'm going to watch this season because I want to see, how everything plays out after the fact, right?
Hello, Linda Wynn. Thank you.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah, eat, Kelly. Num, 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 num.
I think I ate too much supper.
Hey, y'all.
Eating enough all day. Now I'm kind of, ugh.
Check this out. Boom. Yeah. Kelly went all over Dallas-Fort Worth looking for these for me. Couldn't find them. I roll into Market Street, look over by the cash register. There they are.
Well, I was trying to find the 12 packs for you and the.
You were, and I found a single.
Not a single.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Trying really hard.
So happy. So
that doesn't take away from the fact that I've been trying.
You have that.
And you can't find the 12 packs of them. At least I haven't. Anyway, you've heard they're delicious. I haven't tried them. Walmart did not have them. We went to the Walmart grocery store today and they didn't have them. We're looking for like the 12 packs. He had to buy the individual in the refrigerator.
Look at this. Oh yeah. Just for you guys. Oh, this is a look at there. You guys are going to experience this with me.
Do you hear that? This is what I have to listen to.
I was trying to pull a Mean Joe Green and you stopped me.
Ugh, that golden noise.
So good.
Ugh. All right.
So good.
You ready?
Yeah. All right. Get serious here for a second. Let's see.
We're going to be filming Thursday's podcast on Tuesday night rather than Wednesday this week. We have some stuff we have to do. So for those of you who like to watch us record these, Tuesday night, not Wednesday night this week. Okay?
Yeah, let's do we need to do, because we'll have time, we need to do podcast vacation. Right? And we need to do, always didn't do DFW's long shots. Let's do that.
All right, ready?
Yep. Hold on, we got to do sound check. Give me something.
Test 1 2 1 2. Test me.
I have a Russian name tonight. Stick it in ya. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Stick it in ya.
All right. Is it good?
Yeah, we're good.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kellie Raspberry Evans, and I host this lovely podcast along with my husband, Allen.
Hold on, I got to burp. Hello, Allen.
It's Allen Evans, who just took a great big gulp of his orange vanilla Coke Zero right before we started recording our podcast.
I feel like a helium balloon.
Yeah. We've been searching, I have been searching all over town for these things. You can find the regular orange vanilla Coke, the orange vanilla Coke Zero.
Hashtag not an ad.
A little bit more elusive. So Alan went with me to the grocery store tonight, and in the refrigerator right by the checkout, he found a couple of bottles of these. And Alan likes to shock me at how much he can drink and how loud he can gulp. Yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard. But there you go. I don't know if you could pick that up through his microphone, but
Kellie went to several groceries. Umpteen. And every time I'd say, hey, babe, do you have any luck? No, babe, they just don't have them. They had the regular Coke, but they didn't have the Zero orange vanilla.
And I would even take my phone out because
I
knew he would not believe me. What would I do? I would video, I would take pictures. Here's what they have. None of them had the orange vanilla Coke that we have seen advertised quite a bit during the the college playoffs, NCAA basketball.
Final Four, March Madness. So, which we'll talk about here in just a second. Mm-hmm. We'll do a little sports talk in sandwiches.
Can't wait.
So, Kellie and I go out running a few errands today. She goes, you want to swing by the grocery store? I'm like, yeah, sure. She said, we need a few things for a cookout tonight. I said, okay. So we go rolling into the soft drink aisle. They didn't have any.
Nope, they didn't. As always, my experience has been.
But not even 5 minutes later, the kid, me, I walk up to, I'm about to freaking burp like a rhinoceros.
That's what you get for showing off.
I roll up to the checkout, the little coolers they have by the checkout, and what do I see?
You see those orange vanilla Coke Zeros.
But you know what? Coming in at $1.99 a pop.
Well, they got you by the cojones.
Whoa.
You won't want to pay.
Whoa. Got you by the short hairs, huh? Yeah, $1.99 for 20 fluid ounces.
Do you love it?
I really enjoy it.
Good.
I guess because I like really sweet things.
Yeah.
That's why I love you so much.
I love you, honey.
You're just so sweet.
Thank you.
That's why I like root beer and.
You're trying to hold that burp?
Babe.
Please don't burp in the microphone. Please don't do that.
That would be crass.
That would be so gross. Turn your head away that way.
You know how
away from me.
You ever heard an alligator on like Animal Planet? Like when they're bellowing and they're mating?
I've heard you in your office when you think I can't hear you from the other room. Is that the same?
Oh, yeah. I was in here yesterday just having a big time with a lot of root beer.
Yeah, I didn't say anything for a long time.
I didn't know you were in the other room.
I finally asked if you could use a Tums or something. It was bad.
I didn't know you were in the other room.
Yeah.
So I'm just in here just being a guy.
What else were you doing that I couldn't hear?
I wasn't doing
digging?
That. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of digging and flicking.
And speaking of digging and flicking, we were going to get into that too.
Oh my gosh.
Because we have a pet who was doing a little digging. And we're going to talk about that and what in the saga of Larry and his health issues.
All right. We got so much to get to on this podcast, obviously.
But I think the main content of this podcast was going to be our bread and butter, as it were, which is not relationship talk really, but dating talk. Right.
At the end of last podcast, I think it was the end of last podcast, I issued a little challenge to people who were challenge. I said, if you were having trouble with your dating profiles, if you weren't getting the results you were hoping for, to send us, your pictures, your bio and things like that. And we would try to help you out. And had a few people, some people did not want to be talked about, and I respect that. And I critiqued theirs, just with the email. I'm happy to do that. But some of them, I think, is a recurrent theme, and we can kind of hit some big blanket statements for a lot of people's dating profiles.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And hey, you may be asking yourself, what makes you two assholes the experts? Well, you know what?
Well, us assholes.
You know what? We both online dated.
We did.
We met via online dating.
We did.
I mean, we're not experts, but I think we know more than the average schmo.
We can tell you what worked for us and what didn't work for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think I had pretty good success with it. Even though I only, found one man I wanted to marry, I still had a lot of fun on the some of the other experiences I had, right? Not every date has to lead to marriage. That's an important lesson.
Yeah, that is an important lesson. And Captain Obvious makes the appearance. Her first appearance.
Why does Captain Obvious got to be a man?
It doesn't.
But this podcast couldn't be made possible without some of our wonderful sponsors. And we would like to thank Noom for being one of our sponsors, because sticking to a weight loss plan, it can be hard. How many times have you go burp in a corner, honey, while I take care of business? You go ahead. But if you don't know how to handle the obstacles, the temptation, if you think you're doing all the right things, but you're not seeing the results, well, maybe you need to be using something like Noom, because it's an app that's going to help you live a healthier lifestyle. And it's going to show you what you've been doing right, because there's always positive there, and maybe what you kind of need a little nudge in the right direction. You can build new, better habits for you, recognize and change the habits that have been blocking your success, because weight loss is now in the palm of your hand, literally on your phone, whenever, wherever you need it, with the Noom app. And with Noom, you've got personalized training, your own support team, and it's way less than the price of a single appointment with a nutritionist or a personal trainer. You actually have a goal specialist. It's a behavior change professional, a nutrition expert, and fitness trainer, all in one with the Noom app. You can even get into the group discussions with other Noom members to keep you encouraged, and you can track the food, one of the biggest food databases. Really, honestly, that is key to success, is keeping track of everything that goes into your mouth. And you've really enjoyed the Noom app. I think you've been a little bit more proactive with your tracking and everything.
Well, look at me.
Look at you.
I'm half the man I used to be.
I know.
Noom is designed for results.
Look at your results.
Thank you. It's out with the old habits, in with the new. Sign up for your trial.
With the Noom.
Oh.
Get that?
Oh, I see what you did there. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/sandwich. What do you have to lose? Visit Noom.com/sandwich to start your trial today. Again, that's Noom.com/sandwich. Babe, start losing weight for good.
That's right. It's not just about losing it, it's about keeping it off.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, tracking it does make a difference. Huge.
All
right, so let's dive in.
To which part?
Which one do you want to start with first?
Well, you wanted to do the letter you got last week.
Yeah, I got. This is the one that.
Yeah, let's not put that off another week.
This is the one that spurred me into asking for people to send their letters. I got this listener. I'm changing her name because she didn't want her. I want to respect her privacy, so I've changed her name to Kathy. It's not Kathy, I promise. But
that's the best you could come up with. Kathy.
We'll come up with something else.
Phasma.
Okay, Phasma. All right. Hi, Kelly. I listened to one of your older podcasts the other day about online dating and how important your profile setup, bio, and pictures can be. You offered for people to send you a message with their current profile and you would critique. And I hope that offer still stands. Yeah, it was a long time that I've done that. But anytime you guys need help or you want my opinion on something, I am happy to share my opinion. Okay, so first you see she sent me her about me part. And she said, hi, I'm Phasma. This is her bio, okay? This is it.
This was at a Bumble?
Yeah, this is her Bumble about me profile.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Phasma. I love sports, animals, the great outdoors, and my family. Washed up college volleyball player, been in at least 10 weddings, # professional bridesmaid, educated and independent, homeowner and dog mom. I am tall and like tall guys, thumbs up emoji. Okay, that's her bio.
Okay.
And then it just tells what her job is and what year she graduated from which college. So those two things. And then it goes to her pictures.
Okay.
Okay. So I think if I remember correctly, the pictures is what really pops up first on Bumble, right? And then if they like your picture, then they read your bio. Because I don't think as a man, you read the bio first, then look at the pictures. You look at the picture first, right?
Yeah, you get that picture in your feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you did like her pictures and then saw that profile. What do you think of that profile on first instinct?
So you're just asking me off the cuff?
Yeah, your opinion, because I know what I told her about that.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Well, okay. The first part of it's real generic.
Yeah.
A lot of people like sports, animals, being outside in their family.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Now the second part of it is interesting. A washed-up college, she's being self-deprecating there.
I like that.
Yeah, washed-up college volleyball player. So she played volleyball in college. Wow,
yeah,
so she's athletic.
Yeah, I like that.
So she's athletic, okay. And if she played volleyball in college, she's probably tall.
Well, she says that.
Been in at least 10 weddings. More self-deprecation there. Hashtag professional bridesmaid. Okay. Educated and independent. All right. That's something I notice a lot of women say about themselves. That's fine. But I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. A woman's educated, independent. Awesome. All right.
That doesn't intrigue you, though.
No, not really. Not really.
Do you think a woman maybe puts that because she's trying to convey maybe subliminal that she's not looking for a man to take care of her, a sugar daddy type thing?
Maybe so. I'm not throwing shade on her. I'm just saying I hear that a lot. I don't know that do many men put that. I did not put that on my profile that I'm educated. Well, yeah, I've got a master's degree, but I don't make a big deal about it. Homeowner and dog mom. Okay. You hear dog mom a lot. Homeowner. Okay. So she's responsible, I guess. She's trying to convey that she's responsible.
Okay.
And I am tall and like tall guys. Now that's something that I'm glad she's honest about.
Oh, see, I had a different opinion on that.
Well, if she played professional or college volleyball,
it's probably already.
I'm just guessing. She could be at least 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot tall.
Right.
And some women just prefer tall guys, and I think that's okay.
You do? Okay, yeah. So I told her I would leave off the part about that she's tall and prefers tall guys, because I think it's kind of obvious sometimes from pictures that you're tall. And I was 5'9.5". I've shrunk a half an inch since I went out with Allen. But could you tell from my pictures that I was tall?
I could tell that you weren't petite.
Yeah, I wasn't petite, but I didn't put in my thing that I'm tall and prefer tall guys.
No, but
because I'll tell you, a lot of times when I saw that on people's profiles, it was kind of off-putting to me when a man would, and I saw it, and a lot of times I'm like, well, thank you, next, because a man would say, I'm only looking for women 5'5" and under. I'm like, of course I had to swipe left on that. But I don't know, something about the height thing always kind of put me off. So I told her to leave that part off. I said, I think it's kind of obvious. You can tell from pictures that she's tall.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And some people might see I'm tall and like tall guys, and that she's a professional volleyball player. They might be thinking, what is she, 6'3"? They don't know.
Yeah, the height thing is always awkward to work around. But the reason that I think it's cool that she did this and she's being honest about it.
See, and this is a different perspective.
Well, it's because when you go out on the first date, it could be over at first sight.
Right.
Now, if I have this information ahead of time, I might just, if I'm a shorter guy, I might just keep swiping. Now, if she didn't put that in there and I swipe and then we end up chatting, we're like, hey, you want to meet? It could just be a big waste of time. Why not get the height thing out of the way on the app? Why do you want to set up a date and then?
Okay, then there's Allen.
That's just my opinion.
I don't mind that we don't agree on that. That's fine because you're the man and she's trying to attract a man, not me.
Yeah, I would just rather know what her preference is on height. I'm not a short guy, so I didn't have to deal with that. But I'm just saying, if I were, I'd want to know before I go meet this woman who, oh gosh, you're 6'1"? That's awesome, but I'm 5'6". Okay. This is not really for you probably or for me.
That's very helpful. See, that's not what I told her.
No.
So anyway, moving on from that, I told her that I would leave that part off, that Allen is in disagreement on that. So in the pictures she sent me, the first one was a picture of her in a really nice dress. Probably a bridesmaid's dress, it looked like, because remember, she's a professional bridesmaid. The second one had her all bundled up. She's wearing a hat, scarf, gloves, coat, and she's in the stands at a football game. The third picture is of her with her dogs visiting Santa for the Santa Christmas picture. Remember, she's a dog mom. Number 4, she's hiking on a trail, and what it looks like is a friend is in front of her taking a selfie, and I'm assuming she was the one in the back, so it was a full body shot of her hiking on a trail. And the 5th one was of our Phasma and her super cute friend, and they're standing there side by side drinking beers. And then the last one is of her and her parents. Okay, so I had my opinions about these. First of all, I told her the very first picture has to be something with a lot of energy. I think it doesn't need to be a full body shot first picture. I think it should just be like your face. Shoulder. Now, there does need to be a full body shot in your series of pictures, but that first one has to convey energy and enthusiasm. And like with mine, it was, if I remember correctly, it was me. I was on a boat with friends and the wind's blowing my hair back and I'm smiling real big. Was that what you remember my first picture being?
I remember that being one.
It was an energetic picture, and
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one to capture someone's attention. Then I also told her that, let's see, I made some notes here what I told her. I said I wouldn't have done the picture of her with the dogs with Santa.
You got to get Santa.
Well, I said I like the idea of the dogs, but I think it needs to convey more of maybe a more sexy vibe and a more I don't know. I just thought that the dogs with Santa is real cute, but I think maybe an outdoor shot with the dogs might be more exciting and more energetic. I said instead of the all bundled up at the football game where she's head to toe covered up in winter gear, maybe a different shot of her at an athletic event. Also, I said, get rid of the picture with the parents. I said, I don't think parents belong on your dating profile. And I said, throw in a shot of you on vacation, like somewhere where you're traveling, where it's, a really good shot of you. Like that implies that you like to travel. I said, get rid of the picture of you and your super cute friend because your friend is super cute. And you don't want the guy thinking, ooh, I wonder if she's single too. And he takes his attention off you because this is about you, not about your super cute friend. So get all your other pictures of your girlfriends off of there. And I think the last piece of advice, I liked her hiking shot. I thought it showed her full body. She was wearing appropriate hiking gear and she was doing something with energy and motion. Mm-hmm. What did you think? Because you looked at those same pictures.
Yeah, I looked through the same pictures. I think I agree with Kelly on the picture about the parents. If I'm looking at a girl's profile, really, it was frustrating to me when I had to try to figure out like who is who. I just want to see the person. Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to see you. I want to see your picture in the profile. I think people like to show that they have cute friends and they have lots of friends and they're proud of their family. All that's awesome. I get it. But on a dating profile, you're selling yourself. And I think to sell yourself for me, like Kelly said, her first picture, it was her face. It was Kelly's.
I got a big face.
Well, you got a pretty face.
Thank you.
But it was Kelly's face. It was really nice light. Like she said, she was on a boat. The one thing, and I'm not going to art direct every one of her pictures, but the one thing about all of her pictures that I did not like was they were little. Like her in the shot, she was little bitty. And
a lot of scenery around.
There was a lot of scenery around her, and I'm looking and I'm trying to just see her face because I want to see what she looks like. And it was difficult for me to see. So that's one thing. But that being said, I think you need a mix of face pictures to where somebody can see your face without filters, maybe without
filters,
without a ton of makeup on, but you still want to look good.
And within the past year.
Yeah. But then you also need some pictures from a wider perspective where the person can see your body too. Right. I mean, let's be honest. That's part of why online dating, I think, is quick for a lot of people because you can get through so much more information online, looking at pictures versus setting up a meeting, seeing a thumbnail of someone's head and then setting up a meeting, setting up a date, going to see this person and so on and so forth. You can weed out people based on those pictures. And I think it's important you put a mix of pictures out there to not waste their time, but not waste your time either.
Right. And I love that picture of her hiking because it was a full body shot, but it wasn't like a selfie in the gym. You could see that she was fit and athletic. She was in great shape, but she was doing something active. And I think that was a really good one. I like that picture a lot. Something like that.
No, that's a good point because that's good because you can show yourself being active and fit. How can I say this? It was kind of a turnoff for me a little bit when I could tell that somebody was really in love with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they knew they were hot.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
It's fine to be hot, but the gym selfies or the really skimpy stuff, it's like, okay, cool. I get it. You're hot, but you can tell you think you're hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can still be beautiful and be confident without it looking so, I don't know.
Forced.
I don't know what the right word is. Maybe forced.
Yeah, I guess.
I think natural and authentic and candid it will always be posed and forced. And,
the mirror selfies and stuff
right.
like
I guess
that.
that's what I'm trying to say. And again, there are a lot of beautiful people out there. And hey, if you got a fit body, you want to show it off. But I'm just saying, I mean, for me, authenticity and something a little more candid and a little more natural to me is more attractive than the gym selfie.
Right. And I also told her that in her opening bio statement, she did not say what she was looking for. Did you notice that? She didn't say what she was looking for. She just told about herself that she's, independent homeowner. She likes tall guys. But, I told her that perhaps she should say that she's, like in my of, I have a really great job or something like that. I get to do a lot of fun things. And I'm looking for someone to share all the fun stuff with, something along those lines. You have to say what you're looking for as well as just describing yourself. Like I'm looking for a long-term relationship. I'm looking for, I don't know. My girlfriend was of the opinion. She told a guy on her first date that she was dating for marriage. And I thought that was a little bold of her, but guess what? She said it to the one guy that was like really cool with that. Now they're married, they have 3 children and stuff. So you can be that bold and upfront with someone until you meet the right one that accepts that. But you might have to have a lot of guys that are running the other way.
Yeah. Okay, here's some real talk from the kid, being me. Real talk. Ladies, there are guys on all these apps that are just out there trolling. Okay? They're just out there trolling. And to Kellie's point.
And they'll swipe right on everything.
And they'll swipe on everything, and it's like a fishnet for them. They're trying to get as many fish in that net as they can, and they're going to whittle those fish down till they get to 3 or 4 fish. And what they're trying to do is sleep with them. Let's be real. There are guys that do that. So Kellie's point is don't overlook this. You got to put in your description what it is you're looking for to try to weed out some of these guys. So if you put something like, hey, I'm not looking to marry, and I'm not saying use this language, but basically the gist of it is I'm not looking to marry the first guy I meet, but I am eventually looking for a long-term relationship. Mm-hmm. A lot of women put the not here for hookups thing. You know what? In my experience,
when they say that
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The not here for hookups thing, in my experience, means nothing.
Well, plus I think there's like an edginess to that, kind of like almost, I don't know, it's kind of like a defiance or a kind of a tone that I didn't like when somebody says what they're not here for and what they're not about to do. I think you just need to convey positive, upbeat, good energy, that your profile should reflect that, all positive and not what I'm not here for.
Yeah. I'm here to, and again, I'm not saying this is the language because I'm not trying to write a description here, but I'm here to meet fun people, and I'm open to, when I meet the right guy, being in a serious relationship.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I wrote.
Yeah. But not saying what I'm not here for, because that's negative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But
and you also said about this girl's profile when she was in the stands all bundled up. You said the same thing about me. It was too many clothes. But he also said it could be polarizing because it was very obvious which team she was rooting for.
Guys can take that kind of stuff seriously. I mean, she was I'm not going to say the team, but she was wearing all this stuff.
All colors, the team's colors. She was passionate.
Now, what if I had a brother or a friend who loved this team too, and they were the most annoying person I knew because they root for this team? That might just be instantly a turnoff. It would be the same as wearing a political T-shirt.
Right.
From either, doesn't matter who, just any political T-shirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be wearing a MAGA hat in your dating profile. Not that there's anything, but you don't want to, at that point, there are a lot of people that get married with different political views and stuff, and people aren't, but you just don't want to like turn somebody off initially with something like that.
But the other side of that is her side of it might be, you know what? This is me. And this is the team I like. And if they don't like my team, then screw them.
There's that.
Then screw them. But like I'm saying, the more finite you get with your description and your pictures, the smaller your funnel is going to be. If you have a very general description and you leave it up to interpretation to the guy, I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot more of those guys who are just looking to hook up, swipe on you.
And as we can all say, don't put your picture in there of you with a fish.
What's wrong with a fish?
Well, that's what Big Al always says. Big Al, if a girl posts a picture of herself fishing and holding a big fish, he swipes left.
He's just out on the fish.
He's out on the fish thing.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't need to prove to me how outdoorsy you are. I don't know what his problem is with that.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that way when I came across hunting pictures.
Yeah.
Like when a guy's first picture was him holding the antlers of what he just killed, like holding the dead head up. That just wasn't, I don't know. And see, like Allen will hunt.
You never knew I hunted until.
I did not know Allen hunted, but initially I would have probably been like, I don't want to date a hunt. If you would have had a dead carcass that you just shot and you're out in the field in your camo,
like a big bloody
I'd
pig,
have probably swiped left on that if that was your first.
I mean, you swiped left on me anyway.
I did that first time, but you came back around.
Why don't you tell everybody, hey, we're talking about her profile. Why don't you talk about why you swiped left on me the first time?
I swiped left on Allen because Allen, and he will admit to you that he was posting a photo that he thought was quite humorous. He was making fun of people who take selfies in their cars.
Yes.
Well, when I see this picture, I don't think he is poking fun at pictures of people who take pictures like that. I thought he was one of those people. So he's there in his car with a scarf around his neck.
It was cold.
Doing a cheesy, head cocked to the side selfie, and I thought
the light was good. Oh, whoa.
I've said that before. I thought he was gay. And anyway, I swiped left. But then he came back around.
Because I had a scarf on.
And it was the whole selfie, the whole vibe. The picture just vibed gay to me. But you came back around, and I looked at your other pictures. I'm like,
thank you.
Well, he's probably not gay.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and swipe.
Well, yeah, Kelly says that, and then we go, I don't know, on our second or third date, and I asked her to come back to my room, which she did. So she's checking out my apartment.
His apartment, not his room.
She's checking out my apartment, and she calls her friends and sends them pictures of my apartment and says,
"Is he gay?
Is he gay?" And they respond,
"Yes.
Yes, he's gay." And not only that, it was your gay friends.
That's right. Well, no, it was just one gay friend and Carolyn.
Oh, I thought it was
John and Carolyn.
I thought it was John and Mark.
Yeah, I walked into Alan's apartment and I looked around. I turned around, looked at him, and said, "You're gay." He said, "Why do women keep saying that?"
Unreal. Unreal.
Well, he did decorate very nicely.
What is wrong with a man knowing how to decorate?
Nothing. The scarf picture and then the immaculate apartment. I did not have, now that's a lie. Kelly now she's doing a bit. I did not, thank you. I did not have potpourri. But he does love candles. You still love candles.
I like candles.
But anyway, we got past that. I'm just saying, set yourself up for success with your dating profiles. Now, we did have our friend, I don't know if I should say his name or not. I don't think he cares, but our longtime listener.
I don't know if he's okay.
Should we call him Luke?
Yeah, call him Luke. Call him Luke.
Sent us his dating profile and wanted us to critique it. And initially, Luke, from the 9 pictures you have, I think that's a lot of pictures to have on your dating profile. I think that's probably a lot. But the first 5 are all selfies. So that's the first thing I would probably change. What do you think?
Maybe switch up the variety a little bit.
Maybe switch up the variety, not the first 5 selfies.
They're nice pictures. Like you can see Luke's
Very
face,
handsome.
which is great. Yeah, you can see who it is. I like this. I like that. I'm not trying to figure out who is who in the pictures. He's got a couple of pictures where he's with other people, but it's clear.
After the first 5 selfies,
Yeah,
you know who it is.
Yeah, I know who Luke is. So that's fine. But like Kelly says, yeah, man. I mean, you're a good-looking dude. Why don't you kind of switch up the variety?
A little bit. And maybe, I think there's a picture of him in New York or something. He's like on a street. That's good. That shows that you travel. But yeah, there's some random too many selfies, I think, honey. That's what I would initially change. And let's see. Currently no beer, but it comes and goes. I really didn't, says he's a fan of the Kid Craddock morning show. That might be polarizing, Luke.
No.
I don't know. And Tori Amos. Trying to do this an honest go. I'm interested in getting to know someone I'm compatible with before making it physical. We all have urges, but like to keep myself in check. What do you think about that?
I think that's a creative way to say
I'm not here for a hookup.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but that's a creative way to say.
But he's saying, hey, I want to find somebody that I gel with before we do anything physical.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
I would just change your pictures up, Luke. Not do so many selfies.
Yeah, and he says, I'm trying to give this an honest go. I think this is the way it's written is actually pretty creative. And then the mix of things that he's included as his interest is also interesting. You know, audiobooks, podcasts, Twitch, socializing, music, concerts. So it's like, that's kind of an interesting dude, actually.
There you go.
I don't think that's a bad profile, but like Kelly said, maybe
not a lot of selfies. And that goes for women too.
Yeah.
If it's selfie after selfie after selfie after selfie, people be like, do you know anybody else? You're not ever getting pictures with anybody else. So anyway, that's enough of our dating profile talk. And if anybody else has any other questions, feel free to message us separately, right?
Can't believe that. You know, when I say that out loud now, when I say, you know, on our third date, you called friends and took pictures of my apartment. And
I did it in front of you, though. I didn't do it behind your back.
And sent them pictures to ask them if they thought that I was gay.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And you stuck around.
Well, yeah, it's because I'm very comfortable and confident, I guess, in myself.
Why'd you put that up with that from me?
Oh, because I knew you were partly doing a bit that, you know, you were just overly impressed with my decorating skills.
I was. You were very, very talented in that department, honey.
Thank you, babe. And then when your friend Carolyn met me and John met me,
they said you weren't gay.
Yeah, thank you.
But based upon your apartment decor, they thought you were.
Carolyn, I miss Carolyn. I hadn't seen Carolyn in a long time. She's got one of my all-time favorite quotes.
About you.
It's from Carolyn. When Kelly was really wanting me to propose because Kelly had a deadline and vacation schedule, and there wasn't like hardcore friction between us, but you were making it known that
we're running out of time.
A
girl has to have a few months to plan a wedding.
Right. And Kelly would go like this on and on and on. And Carolyn caught wind of this one time. Kelly was I bumped Kelly's microphone. Kelly was telling Carolyn this, I think for the umpteenth time. And I think I was in the room, wasn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I heard the quote. Carolyn issues one of my favorite all-time quotes because it just sounds like me. She said, Kelly, Allen's going to do what Allen's going to do. He's going to strum on his guitar. He's going to sip on his sour. And he's going to tell y'all to get the hell on out of here.
When did she become part of the plantation?
Oh, whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Did you feel the way you were talking?
Whoa! That's the only Southern accent I got.
Get the hell on out of here.
That's not how I sounded, but that's how Carolyn sounded. She told y'all to get the hell on out of here.
Sip on his sour? What was that?
That is how Carolyn sounds.
That was not.
All my Southern accents are kind of the same.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Because I try to do Jerry Raspberry, and it turns into Foghorn Leghorn.
Anyway.
Kelly, if you and Allen still have not picked out a church, me and your mama would be glad to come pick up Emma Kelly and take her to church, as it has taken you and Allen a while to find a church.
That sort of sounds like it.
Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy.
Exactly.
See, there's
Exactly.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Anyway, that's Alan's favorite quote from Carolyn.
I love that quote.
Moving on.
Strum on his guitar.
Drink your whiskey sour.
Drink my whiskey sour and tell y'all to get the hell out of here. Okay.
All right.
What else we got?
We have had a very big week in Evans Manor. We have been watching the basketball games. And I usually don't watch a lot of college basketball, but Allen was really into it because Texas Tech was playing, and Allen is a Red Raider. Guns up, right? And I've actually gotten into it because the games have been really a lot of fun. And now for the first time in the school's history, Texas Tech is in the Final Four.
I know. It's really hard to believe, babe. Tech has always had kind of, let's be honest, kind of mediocre athletics. Okay. They have years where they're pretty good in football or really good in baseball and they're okay. But they've never been to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
So for a Tech grad, this is like freaking amazing. The women, when I was at Tech, I was telling Kelly, they had a great team. They had a coach named Marcia Sharp, and they had
They're like buildings on the campus named
yeah,
after her,
oh yeah,
right?
and a freeway in Lubbock. And they had a player named Cheryl Swoops. And my senior year, 1993, they won the entire shebang. Mm-hmm. They won the women's NCAA championship. But this is the first time the men have been in that Final Four. So if they win 2 more games, they can be the champions. But
it was really a lot of fun watching the games. I feel so bad for the teams that lose, though. You see these guys just burst into tears. It's heartbreaking. And the games have been so close that we watched. We've had a lot of fun watching that. And in addition to the NCAA tournament going on, this was a very big week in sports because it was the opening day of baseball. And Alan and I were talking about it and how the numbers, the crowds are just down for baseball, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people have just turned their back on the sport. And I don't know if it's turning the back. I don't think that's the right word. I think they're just losing interest. And I have my reasons why I think that's what's happening. First of all, it's dang hot. You sit in that, like a couple years ago for Father's Day, I wanted to surprise Alan with tickets. The game was on Father's Day. I got tickets, and I didn't want to go. So I got tickets for him and his kids and his father. Y'all all went to the baseball game. Mm-hmm. It was probably the hottest day it has ever been in the history of baseball. And the game went into how many overtimes?
Well, extra innings.
Whatever.
Yeah, I felt really... That was really nice of Kelly. She tried her hardest.
I tried so hard
to surprise us or surprise me with this really thoughtful gift of tickets. She thought, hey, you and your dad and take your boys and go to the baseball game. And on paper, you think
what a perfect Father's Day.
What a perfect gift. That is going to be so fun. Well, part of the reason Kelly wanted to talk about baseball is part of it is why people aren't going to baseball games. Okay, so we go to the baseball game, and it's in July, and we're sitting outside. And
I thought it was Father's Day. It was in June. It was in June.
June. Really hot, no shade, and the game lasted 4.5 hours. And got 3 kids there, and one of them's my daughter. 2 innings in, she was like, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen.
And it's hot as blazes.
Yeah. And even the boys were like, Daddy, it's like really hot. Can we go? So part of what makes baseball for me tough to go watch is it's so slow.
That's my point. That's one of my points. I think they're going to have to, I know it's tradition. I know it's baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet, whatever. That's the American tradition. But they're going to have to figure out a way to speed this game up because of what's happening with our attention spans, where we have our news on demand, our food on demand, we're all addicted to these phones, we need our information, everything has to be boom, boom, boom. And you look at other sports that hold the audience's attention. There's movement, there's speed, there's, back and forth, basketball, football, it's fast, it's moving constantly. Soccer, it's moving. Hockey, it's moving. I think they need to figure out a way to speed the game up. And they need to put them in enclosed stadiums in the summer. I just think they're going to have to do that. It's just too dang hot.
Yeah, it's a summer sport.
It's misery.
And, they're building, a lot of people probably know this. I don't know if you know this.
I do.
Yeah. So the the stadium where the Rangers play now, the Texas Rangers, they played there since 1993 or 4,
Mhm.
long time. Beautiful stadium.
It is beautiful. I'm thinking,
It's a
why would they?
Beautiful stadium.
Why would they change? But I really
But
don't think
it's-
they have a choice.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's too hot, and the crowds are gone. So they're building. Is it a retractable roof, or is it going to be a stadium that's always enclosed? I don't know about that.
I don't know.
But they're building it. So I think that's two things that need to happen. I think in addition to making it a faster game, and I know there's going to be some purists that think you can't mess with traditional baseball. But can they do like an alternative league? Like maybe do the league that's for the purists, the traditional game that's going to last to who knows how long, and maybe a new sped up version of the game.
That's like, well, okay, that's been tried before. If you can remember, if you're a football fan and you love the NFL, it's pretty traditional, but the NFL is a faster game.
Yeah.
Football versus baseball. But there used to be a league called the XFL. Do you remember that? What's this guy's name? Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
So they invented this football league called the XFL.
The wrestler guy.
Well, they were football players, but then they're also, it was a league that had all these extreme rules, and they tried to put cameras on the guys' heads, and they allowed a lot of fighting, and they allowed the cheerleaders wore G-strings, and they had all this really extreme stuff, and it flamed out.
Yeah.
People just wanted to see football.
Maybe it wasn't the right time.
Maybe
but
not.
What if they added that for baseball? What if they allowed fighting in baseball? What if they had cheerleaders? What if they, it's not much thing. What if they did those things? They got to do something. Because the stands are almost empty in the middle of summer.
Kelly and I were talking about this earlier today, and here's there are two big things for me on why this is going to be hard to change. Number one, baseball is a very traditional sport.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been around forever. People expect baseball to be a certain way. And if you try to introduce too much too soon into a sport like baseball, then it's not baseball anymore. And you're going to lose a lot of the people who just want to see a baseball game. I realize ratings are struggling and they got to do something. But I think making these wholesale...
Not just ratings, the crowd attendance.
Yeah, but making wholesale changes that changes how the sport is played and kind of the feel of a baseball game when you go to it, that's something I think that they're real hesitant to change. A comparable analogy would be golf, okay? Golf isn't the quickest sport in the world, but golf is doing okay. Golf is doing pretty well, and they haven't made any changes to golf in forever. The way golf is covered on TV, it's the same as it's always been.
Yeah, but they don't have, how many baseball games do they have?
162.
And how many golf tournaments?
50, 40 or 50.
Okay, so that means that there's a big difference with that.
Yeah.
And it's not always in the same, you have the
Right.
baseball game in the same town. They bump around, but
Right.
you got to fill those stands for the home games every time.
Yeah. I guess I'm just saying there are certain sports like golf and baseball. They're so traditional. If you make a lot of changes to them, then it's no longer the sport that everybody knows, is all I'm saying. Now, I still think that they need to make changes to keep the younger folks interested. Another thing I was telling Kelly that this happened to me in the NBA. Okay. I used to be the biggest NBA fan. I knew all the players on every team. This was back in like the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Michael Jordan, you had Larry Bird, you had Magic Johnson, even Dr. J. I can remember him, Julius Erving, and Kareem, and on and on and on and on. All these great players. And somewhere along the line, the NBA decided, we want to go global, which is, I understand why. And I understand why the NFL is trying to do that too. They want to go global. They want to grow. They want to get bigger. They want to have people overseas interested in their league. But when that happened, when the NBA started having an influx of players from Europe and from China and from all places in the world come and play in the NBA, it was really hard for me to figure out, who are these guys? Because I didn't watch them in college. I watched a lot, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, all those stars, I watched them play in college. And then I watched them play in the pros. And then I watched their whole career in the pros. And I knew who they were and I followed them. And it's just harder, I think, for me as an American sports fan, when you have players like in the NBA coming from other countries to kind of identify with them, I guess. And I'm not saying it's wrong for the NBA to do that and grow globally. It just makes it harder for me to identify with a kid who's 18 and he grew up playing
in Yugoslavia.
Basketball in Yugoslavia. I just don't know who he is.
Well, I can't name a lot of baseball players right now. Used to be I could. And I think that's been another thing.
Oh, baseball players?
Yeah, going back to the baseball thing is people just can't. There's not that many, and they're got these huge multi-million-dollar contracts. And name 3.
Kelly said, "Can you name 3 baseball players today?" And I said, "No."
I mean, there's a big problem that needs to be.
I know Elvis Andrus for the Rangers, and outside of that, I really, but they used to have Nolan Ryan and George Brett and Cal Ripken, and name a bunch of the stars, from like the 80s and maybe into the 90s. But baseball's the same way. There's been, you get a lot of players from Dominican and from Latin American countries. And again, I'm not saying any of that's wrong. It's just, as an American sports fan, I follow players like when they're in college and then when they come into the pros and then their pro careers. And I just don't know who a lot of the players are nowadays. I've just lost touch.
I hear you, honey.
I just lost touch.
Well, that's my hot sports opinions. Look at me having opinions on sports. Is that sexy?
Those are good opinions. It's fun to talk about.
Is it sexy though?
Yeah, it's sexy. Good. I don't know what the right solution is for all that.
Well, I don't have solutions. I just know there are problems.
Yeah. But okay, I know we're trying to finish up here and move on, but just one thing real quick. The NFL is still the most popular sports league, right? More people watch the NFL, and the NFL's had its problems too. It's done some.
Well, worldwide, it's football.
Yeah, it's done.
Soccer.
Well, worldwide, I'm just talking about in the U.S.
In the United States, yeah.
The NFL's done some dumb stuff, but even the NFL has tried to go global and tried to have games in other, in London, Mexico City.
It's a little one-off thing.
But the difference is football versus baseball and basketball. There really aren't foreign guys that can come here and play football and compete with the guys that we have
because
here.
It is really an American sport. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's how baseball always was.
We know we're not experts in
a lot of things.
Sports, and finances. And there's been something I've been always curious about is the stock market and taking control of my investments rather than just trusting somebody else to always handle it. And that is the beauty behind the Robinhood investment app. It lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission free. And while other brokerages can charge you up to $10 for every trade, Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. So you can trade stocks and keep all your profits. Plus, there's no account minimum deposit needed to get you started. So you could start investing at any level. I mean, seriously, like as little as $1. You could start learning how this all works. It's a simple, intuitive design that Robinhood has. It makes investing easy for newcomers and for the experts too. It's easy to understand charts, market data, and you can place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. It's really that simple. And with Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio. And you can discover new stocks.
Yeah, you can.
You can track your favorite companies. And you can get custom notifications for price movements that you never miss the right moment to invest.
You don't want to miss the right moment to invest. Timing is everything. And Robinhood is giving listeners of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' a free stock like Apple or Ford or Sprint.
Those are big ones. I know those names.
Yeah, you do. To help you build your portfolio. You sign up at sandwich.robinhood.com.
That's sandwich.robinhood.com.
That's right.
My husband would have repeated that for you, but he has to burp because he's been chugging Coke Zero vanilla orange.
I mean, I just can't drink it fast
orange
enough.
vanilla.
I just can't drink it fast enough. What do the Yeti, the Loch Ness Monster, the Chupacabra, and orange vanilla Coke Zero all have in common?
They're impossible to find.
They're impossible to find.
That's what I was going to guess.
They are impossible to find.
But when you found it, the sense of victory that you had.
Oh, life is right. Life is good. $2 worth of soft drinks here I've drunk on this.
I'll tell you, when I first heard the commercials for orange vanilla Coke, it didn't sound good to me, but you're saying it's really good?
Well, here's what happened. I went on a hunting trip with my friend Patrick, and we were coming back, and we swung through Graham, Texas, and there was an Allsups there. And Patrick had to fill up, so I run in, and I can't remember. I wanted a snack or something, and I went over to the cooler, And I remember hearing the commercials for
Mhm.
this. And I thought to myself, self,
Mhm.
why don't you try one of these orange vanilla Coke Zeros? And I drank it and I thought, this is great.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
I like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I like really sweet drinks.
Uh-huh,
That's why I like the Diet Root Beer. This is really sweet. You want to try it?
No.
How come?
I don't want to.
Oh, come on. You'll like it.
I really don't.
If you try it, you'll like it.
No, thanks.
Okay.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you found it after I've searched high and low with no success until the one time you go to the grocery store with me and you find it.
And I find it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. But that's what makes you and me a failure.
Babe, no.
No, I literally go looking for these things for 2 weeks now.
Uh-huh.
Every time I go to the grocery store, I send you videos. Look, I go along the shelf with video. There is no orange vanilla Coke Zero.
But then you just look in the cooler there. There are 3 of them in there.
Oh, stop it. Anyway, I'm glad you found it.
Okay, real quick. I think we have a minute to touch on something that has caused an uproar in the social community. An uproar.
Allen, I'm going to tell y'all right now. Allen loves messing with you guys on social media, and y'all just feed into it. He sits there and he's like, there's a hornet's nest. I'm going to throw a rock in it. And that's what he does on his Instagram.
Well, you know, Larry,
Our dog, our rescue dog.
our
Larry.
rescue dog Larry, he was doing this thing, and a lot of you dog owners know when a dog has an itchy butt, sometimes they'll drag themselves along the floor.
It's pretty cute
It's
and
funny
gross.
with
It's
their-
gross, but it's cute.
with their front feet, and they're dragging their beehole on the floor. In this case, Larry was dragging it on our I don't know $1,500 living room rug, right?
Yeah.
So I took a video of this
He was just
incident,
waiting for him to do it again,
and I-
hoping he'd do it again, and he did.
and then I posted it on my Instagram at the Alonzo 1971. And a video of my dog dragging his ass on our carpet has generated almost 20,000 views and over 100 comments and 1,000 likes, blah, 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 blah. That's not the reason I posted it. I just posted it because I thought it was kind of funny. Now, once I posted it, there are a lot of people out there who were starting to question me as a dog owner. And you too.
How dare they?
Yes. They thought we might be mistreating Larry,
Obviously.
not having his anal glands expressed.
Right.
They were saying you need to get the rubber glove on there, dude, and get up in there and do whatever you need to do.
That ain't happening.
And then I would post, well, yeah, I understand he has an appointment scheduled
Right.
for me to do this at the groomer.
Right.
The groomer?
Yeah.
You can't do it at a groomer.
Yeah, you can.
You got to take him to a vet.
A lot of groomers do it too, and vets, yeah. But Allen basically has been messing with everybody. He knows that our dog needs to get his anal glands expressed. And thank y'all for sharing.
I'm saying all this tongue in cheek. I do appreciate everybody being so concerned about Larry. I really do. But here's the deal, guys. Larry is treated better than a majority of the humans and children
In this family.
well, in this family. I would go so far as to say on this planet.
I do spoil that dog just a little bit.
So Larry is in really, really good hands.
Mhm.
He has a great home. He gets the best food, the best water, the best medical care. He has 2 beds. He sleeps with us
I
in
know.
our bed.
I love that dog.
He has all the chew toys he can chew, all the snacks he can eat.
All the love and snuggles and kisses he can handle.
I throw his happy ass in that tub about, once every couple of weeks and bathe him and walk him.
But we're not expressing his own.
But I'm not expressing his anal glands.
We are not about that. That's getting taken care of on Monday, right,
Yeah.
darling?
So I'm going to take him to the groomer. Yes, the groomer, to have his anal glands expressed. There was something else about Larry.
I would not know how to do that. Is there a YouTube video that would show you how to do that at home?
I bet there is.
I bet there is. There's probably a YouTube video for everything. I still don't want to do it.
No.
It's nasty.
No, I don't want to do it either.
I don't want to do it
Anything
either.
that has the word in the same sentence, if you're using dog and anus and expressed in that sentence,
That's a lot.
I'm out.
That's a
No,
lot for one sentence.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pay a professional to do that.
Top dollar.
So yeah, there was that. Larry's doing great. Oh, you know what was funny? My brother-in-law, JD, so he gets out there and sees this hornet's nest, and he goes and tries to dogpile me. So he gets out there saying, I can't believe you're not a responsible dog owner or something like you haven't taken your dog in to have its anal glands expressed. So this was my brother-in-law. So I knew this was JD.
Yeah.
So then he started getting it from other people.
Oh, well, defending you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, defending me, saying, oh my God. One woman said, for FS, for F's sakes.
Yeah.
She said, you can obviously tell Larry is well groomed and he's well taken care of. I can't believe you're saying that. And so I had to go back out there and say, no. That's my brother-in-law. He's doing a bit.
Y'all need to stay off social media for a minute. Y'all need to stay off.
Oh, it's funny what people get so spun up about. Wow. It just amazes
Yeah,
me.
but then it spins you up.
It doesn't spin me up.
You come
It doesn't
in.
spin me up.
Oh, I'm the worst dog owner in the world. Kelly, did you know our dog's anal glands need to be expressed? Yes, honey.
Is that what I sound like?
Yes. No, you sound, you know my dog's anal glands need to be expressed. I'm trying to do your southern
You
fog.
share?
I'm trying to do your
What is
foghorn
a
leghorn.
share? Who is that?
What's your foghorn?
Oh, Belvedere.
I say my
Oh,
dog's anal
yeah.
glands need to be expressed.
I see. Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy. Yeah. It sounds like Jerry Asbury.
Anyway.
Okay, then.
We'll take care of that Monday for all of you who are concerned about Larry's anal health.
Man, go check out that post. It is funny if you go look at all the comments. And of course, I'm out there trolling people.
Egging it on.
Yeah. I'm just
stirring the pot.
Oh, I got my big wooden spoon in my cauldron, and I'm just stirring it up.
Yeah, you do.
All right, then. This has been fun. I'm glad we get to do this podcast together.
Hey, by the way, don't forget, we have our family vacation coming up. We have people still saying they're going to sign up and have not done it yet. So if you want all the details to go vacation with me and Alonzo in Mexico the first week in July, the week of July 8th, go to kellyandallen.com/vacation and you can get all the details. May 5th is the deadline to put your $50 deposit down so you can guarantee a spot with us.
We have confirmation that Bad Influence J Train is coming.
We haven't got confirmation. He told us he's coming.
He told us
put
he's
his
coming.
deposit down.
He didn't put his deposit down, but he told us he's coming. We have a mother-daughter team coming.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that means, but mother-daughter.
What do you mean that means? It's a mother and a daughter. It doesn't have to be married couples. It doesn't have to be romantic couples.
No, it doesn't. That's why I bring that up.
What do you mean? What, you didn't know what it means?
Well, when I said that, I didn't understand what I said myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a couple. You can come as a single. You can come 2 girlfriends, 2 guy friends. You don't have to be a coupled up.
Right.
Come join us. But it is all adults.
Yes, 18 and up.
Because there's going to be buffoonery.
Yep.
There'll be shots being done.
Yep.
We'll be bouncing quarters off my abs.
That's what you promised.
You're going to probably be in a tea back.
I will not be wearing a thong.
You're not going to be in a tea back?
Not on the beach, no.
Why?
Why would I do that?
But topless.
No.
If you did that, nobody would take any pictures.
No. Don't be expecting to see that in Mexico.
Now, there will be topless women there.
Well, last year we went, there was one.
Oh.
There was one. So when you say women, you imply multiple. There was one woman.
She was enough for all of us.
That was topless.
She was enough for all of us.
Very proud.
Oh, she was enough for all of us.
Very proud.
Yeah. Who needs farm aid when you had her in the house?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know
She
either.
could feed the world.
Alan, stop it.
All right. Well, I love you desperately, babe.
I love you too.
We will do this podcast. Hey, I'll tell you what, we're going in the next 4 days, in the next 7 days, we're doing 4 podcasts.
We're very busy.
Guys, we're doing one Tuesday. You may not hear this in time, but we're going to record Tuesday. For Thursday, Kelly and I are going to be on site on Wednesday doing a podcast. So that one will be available Friday. This is a special podcast for one of our new partners called M Sculpt. So we will be We got some fun stuff coming up that we're going to share on social media and on the podcast that has to do with M-Sculpt.
All right.
Because we're going to get in shape for this family vacation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Anything else you got?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
All right. I didn't think you were going to say anything about the vacation. That's why I went ahead and said something.
I just forgot.
I know. I was like waiting for you to do it.
Well, sorry, babe.
So I went ahead and did it.
Well, that's okay. I just forgot.
All right.
Oh, okay, hold on. I don't want to screw this up. There we go.
Thank y'all for hanging out.
Are you going to take this in tomorrow?
Yep.
Thank you, Justin. Oh, whoa.
All right. Give me it.
Man, I wish I had another. Well, I do have another Coke, but if I drink it, it'll be all of them are gone.
This may have been from the night I asked Alan if he was gay, because we went to the Mavericks game. That might have been the first night I saw your apartment. Was that it?
I can't remember.
That might be it. That was one of our earlier dates. That might have been the night when I went to his apartment.
Could have been.
I was healthy then. I'm a little round face. All right. Thank you. Good night. Alan, I'm sure would love to talk about expressing anal glands with you further.
Yeah. Here's what we'll do for you guys that are just sticking around just real quick. Oh, we're not going to do it.
What?
I mean, whose phone runs out of charge nowadays? I mean, come on. You know?
People who are on their phone.
I mean, give me a break. How does that happen? Oh, well, you know what we can do? Here's what we can do. I've got the tools and the technology to do this. I'm gonna boot up a second window here. Let's look at this, guys. I'll do that. Well, maybe I won't. Yeah, hold on. Can you guys still see me? Yeah. So this video, Larry, unreal. Yeah, guys should go out there and read the comments. They're funny. Some people are very passionate. Some people know I'm doing a bit. Some people start doing their own bits. It's just funny. Some people are truly trying to help, though, and I'm not making fun of those people. I mean, they're really truly trying to help, but the ones that got me are like they seriously think that I'm neglecting Larry or for some reason. He's been that's the first time I've seen him do that in months, and it was right then when he was doing it, and I did that video, and I told Kelly, and I said, look, he's scooting around, I'm gonna get a video. I mean, he hadn't done it in a couple of months, and so I immediately called the groomer and I said, hey, can I get him in? And she goes, yeah, we do that, we can do that for him, no problem. I said, okay, well, while he's there, let's just get him groomed and get him bathed and do everything, because he was just there like 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, it was just, I don't know, it just tickled me. Let's see here, guys. Well, I haven't played guitar in a while. I don't even know what I'd play. Hey, we got new podcast chairs. Did you guys see these? This isn't real exciting, but for you podcast junkies, we have podcast chairs now. I went and bought 2 matching chairs. And I'm working on something for here. Start making this look a little more official. Yeah, like I said, that wasn't super exciting, but so we have podcast chairs now. Let's see here. What time is it anyway? Does anybody know what time it is? Oh gosh. Hold on, guys. You guys are just going to disappear unless I do this. I got 6% on the laptop. I got 0% on the phone. There. Yeah, Cindy, I think we're going to put the... Sam, my man, where you been? Where you been, dude? Oh, let's see here. Can you guys see that? Ring the bell tolls. There it is. Something like that. My man. Balls by ACDC. A Sprit Metallica song with 3 chords. Yeah, that's all I know how to play is anything with 3 chords. Harvester. Well, that's short stuff. Changes from there. I don't know how it goes after that. Hey, Tommy Jean. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I think Tommy Jean's on. Kansas City. Well, guys, probably wasted enough of your time. Haven't I? I haven't tuned it in a while. And it's tuned a half step down, so it probably sounds funny. And I can't play for shit. Damn it. All right, y'all. I'm going to lay down. Well, for those of you still here, thank you for sticking with me. And let's see, I'll talk to you guys later. This was fun. Michael, Kim, Julie, thanks for everything. Thanks to everybody, but to the wrenches in the room, thank you so much. And here I always gotta leave you guys with an emoji. Hold on. Let's see, what emoji are we gonna use? How about there's so many good ones. Here we go. There. That's Larry scooting. It's Larry scooting his butt across the carpet. Pulling himself by his front legs, being neglected by his owner. I'm a horrible dog owner. The emojis here are different than the emojis on the phone. I'm a little confused. Some are the same, but some are different. Yeah, I'll just leave you with that one. All right, guys. Thanks. Talk to y'all later.